let's see how the wire cutters function. Soft wire. Yeah, cuts no problem. Just I'm using a very wide wire here, so it doesn't quite fit the blade, so I had to do it twice. But it did cut through, no problem. Okay, let's try the hard cutters. Cut this nail in half. Yeah, no problem at all. So you shouldn't have any difficulty cutting wire, cutting fish hooks or anything similar thickness to this. See how the pliers work. Yeah, no problem at all. In terms of comfort, again, no real hot spots. You know, like I said, the smooth contours of the edges make it very, very comfortable. It doesn't have the problem with that the Skeletal CX has with the bit driver sticking into the palm of your hand, and it's very, very comfortable. You know, certainly better than the SOG power pliers that I had before. So yeah, very nice. Let's see how the blade initial sharpness is. That's very sharp indeed. Paracord test. You see, it's very easy to open one-handed with a great feature. No effort at all, really. I love the edge on this blade. I can only imagine what the edge is like on the harder ones. The S30V, for example, I imagine that's even better. Finally, we'll try some feathering using the same dead wood that I've used for the other tests. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm really not putting on much pressure at all. The edge is very sharp. It's coming out very nicely. Yeah, that's great. So, I'd say in terms of using this as an all-round bushcrafting multi-tool, I'd say that this is definitely a better choice than a CX. You know, and obviously it has the saw and the can opener, so for outdoor use is much better anyway. But the blade is very nice. It feathers very easily. I mean, in theory, this should have a worse edge than the Skeletal because it's a slightly softer steel. But in my experience, you know, from what I've been able to tell between the two, there's not that much difference. And obviously, with the Skeletal CX, I have the serrations on half the blade, so that kind of buggers its usefulness in terms of feathering. But in terms of hardness of the steel, I can't really tell that much difference. I certainly wouldn't pay the extra money for the charge version myself. So is it worth buying? In my opinion, absolutely. It's a really good quality piece of kit. You know, Leatherman always make very good gear, and this is no exception. It's very flexible. You know, lots and lots of good, decent tools that you'll get a lot of use out of. In terms of getting the titanium scales or the plastic scales, I personally don't think it is worth it. You know, obviously you do get better quality steel for the blades in those versions, but the pricing is, you know, it can be double. You know, I paid $70 for my Wave, and in the same store they had the titanium scale version for $140. So paying twice as much for some slightly nicer scales and a little bit better quality steel, I personally don't think it's worth it. So, you know, just go for the low end model and you won't be disappointed. It's a very nice piece of kit. So, thanks for watching. Hope you found this useful. Any questions, queries, problems, feel free to drop me a line. Cheers.